change is on the way. A lot of people think I can't win this race, and they're wrong. I made a life making the impossible possible, and I'm going to do it again in this race.
I know there are a lot of people that would like me to feel differently and about cryptocurrencies, and the reality is you have to show me what their functionality is.
I think over a long arc of time, if there's value, if there's utility, then the market will appreciate that.
So unless you digitize the back office, the front office is never going to be in place.
Just amazing to really think about what this technology can do. I'm more than ever committed to the idea that what this technology can do is solve that fundamental challenge of that cross-border piece.
Potential for greater efficiency, transparency, and security indicates a substantial shift in how transactions might be conducted in the future.
Well, this has been a multi-year journey for us, starting back really 2016 kind of time frame. And
central banks around the world using their digital asset. I don't think it changes the need for a cross-border neutral
something
settlement.
in the middle, like an XRP.
And XRP has been extremely.
Enjoy the ride, pal. It's the XRpnews.
What's up, XRP fam? What's up, crypto ghosts? It's the Bagman, the Moon Commander, live from down under Gold Coast 2024 with the quick Moon O'Clock News update. Go ahead, throw on them moon suits, throw on those pilot shades. Let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 2.6 trillion, up about 2.3% in the past 24. We got XRP in the number 6 spot, right around 62.5 cents. We got Stellar right around 13.5 cents. BTC 65K, ETH right around 33-34 hundo. We got Flare Networks right around 0.033, XDC right around 0.047. Songbird right around a penny, Stronghold 007, Evernote right around 54 cents, and we got Zahal right around 15 cents. We got one from James K. Filon to kick things off. We got the SEC Gov has filed under seal its opening remedies, related brief, and supporting documents. These documents are not public yet. Public redacted versions will be filed later, no later than Tuesday, March 26, 2024. We got XRP scam, the automated money maker, automated market maker is now live on the XRP Ledger mainnet. First few pools rolling in. We got one from Joe Katz, warning, caution, if you make a single-sided deposit into an AMM that doesn't have significantly more liquidity than the size of your deposit, you'll take a loss in the deposit process. Whatever tool you're using typically warns you about this loss as a report of slippage. If you see a large amount of slippage, reconsider using something other than a single-sided deposit. You can also take a loss, though. Generally, it'll be small if you deposit into an AMM that is significantly out of balance before you deposit. This should be less common because if the AMM stays out of balance, that means everyone is missing a profit opportunity. In this case, you can do a single-sided deposit of the asset the pool has little of and can make a profit on your deposit. The safest approach is to deposit equal values of both assets into the AMM trades, but small single-sided deposit into reasonably liquid AMM should be also fine. As the AMM pools grow and more arbitrageurs trade against the pools, this risk should be reduced. Pools will tend to be much more likely to be in balance, and greater liquidity will reduce slippage. AMM caution. We got one from Daniel. If you're trying to swap around 5.5K USDC to XRP via the AMM pool right now, you'll lose between 500 to 1,000 XRP compared to the centralized exchange trade. Unless there'll be more liquidity provided, this isn't appealing. Where are all the AMM fanboys at? We got one from Orchestra Finance. We are live on the mainnet, earned by providing liquidity in a few steps, trade with ease, flexibility like never before. Let's make some waves together. XRP Ledger, AMM, automated market maker, now live. We got Waves of Innovation. Big thanks to Anados for being a supporter of the Waves of Innovation Conference. Exciting news, the XRPL AMM is now live. Trade and exchange value seamlessly, provide liquidity and earn income with the XRP Ledger, XRPL Assets, manage your XRP account. Anados Finance. We got one from John Deaton. Are you tired of the division in Washington? I am, and I'm sick of politicians representing themselves instead of the people. I'm tired of grandstanding and empty promises. John Deaton for Senate.
Hey everybody, John Deaton. Are you tired of the division? Are you tired of the dysfunction? Are you tired of the partisan politics, the identity politics, the class warfare pitting American versus American? If you are, change is on the way. A lot of people think I can't win this race, and they're wrong. I made a life making the impossible possible, and I'm going to do it again in this race. If you're tired of the division, then vote Deaton.
John Deaton for Senate. xrpnews.com. We got one from Nerdy. We need stablecoin regulations ASAP. How to restore liquidity to the dollar with gold and blockchain. XRP. We got the digital asset investor. The adults are in the room. We tried telling you.
Bitcoin, because I've been watching Bitcoin since it was $7 a coin. So I've been watching it pretty close to since its inception. Personally, I do not think it was a coincidence that Bitcoin launched in January of 2009 and quantitative easing launched in March of 2009. And I don't think that, reading the NSA white paper from 96 about how to make a mint, can you imagine, had Bitcoin not come out, how much more of this fiat crap would have actually gone into physical gold and physical silver?
Yep.
So could that not be one? It was a tool of look over here and do this, right? But also a tool to get people used to the digital currencies, right? Because that's how they do that. That's how they make that transfer, is they want it to be as normal or seem as normal as possible.
Yeah.
I know there are a lot of people that would like me to feel differently and about cryptocurrencies, and the reality is you have to show me what their functionality is.
The long-term value of any digital asset, I think, is going to be correlated with utility if it's solving a problem. And I think, as we've discussed, there's a lot of them that either, I don't think they ever were intended to solve a problem, or they won't be successful. But I think there will be digital assets that solve a problem, that have utility, and maybe, yes, for some it'll be solving an anonymity problem. Maybe for some it'll be solving a security settlement problem. But I think over a long arc of time, if there's value, if there's utility, then the market will appreciate that.
XRP, the king of utility. Know what you hold. We got one from ISO 20022. Let's do it. For the banks to thrive in the digital era, digitizing the back office is paramount.
What we find, and this is the case between the small and big banks as well, is bankers can't get out of their own way many times. We can't change the back office fast enough to keep up with what we need to do on the front office customer experience. So what I'll call the top of screen experience is not correlated with the behind the scenes or the below the screen back office processes. So unless you digitize the back office, the front office is never going to be in place.
XRP, the new financial pipelines to the internet of value, all the money, all the value. We got Danielle Dixon. Our focus is fueled by our commitment to solving real problems and offering real solutions. Stellar does both, access everything.
And it's just amazing to really think about what this technology can do. I'm more than ever committed to the idea that what this technology can do is solve that fundamental challenge of that cross-border piece and the everyday financial services piece, because so many people don't appreciate and don't realize that not having access to being able to get, you want funding for a project that you're doing. Hey, there's a tech stack now that can help you get that funding, and you can pull that together in a simple way, and you don't even have to know that it's on blockchain. And I think that's the important space that, when we were in the early days of the web, we always talked about, we never talked about HTML as being the thing. We talked about the content being available to people. And so it was a different world in terms of how we broached the conversation. And we shot ourselves in the foot a bit here because we spend so much time on its blockchain, when in truth, it's just another rail. And if we think about it as another rail that we can leverage and that you can have the option to put on there in the things that are the easiest and simplest to do, for whatever use that you're leveraging, it's the best way to be able to achieve goodness for it.
We got one from Stronghold, top 3 predicted trends in digital payments, from contactless payments to digital currency. Stronghold.
Here are 3 of the top predicted digital payment trends for 2024. The market for contactless tech, accelerated by the COVID-19 pandemic, is growing rapidly. Tap to Pay includes digital wallets used in person and contactless credit cards, while QR codes offer another contactless payment option that is becoming increasingly ubiquitous. The advancement of open banking and A2A payments is revolutionizing payment processing, offering faster, more secure, and more efficient transactions. This trend is particularly prominent in Europe, but it's gaining traction globally, indicating a significant shift in how financial data and transactions are managed. The growth of digital currencies, especially cryptocurrencies, is significant. Their potential for greater efficiency, transparency, and security indicates a substantial shift in how transactions might be conducted in the future. Their increasing user base and the projected market growth suggest that they will become more mainstream in payment systems. What do you think? Are there other trends that will take the center stage this year? Feel free to share your thoughts below. Either way, we're looking forward to what the year has in store.
Chad Steinberger, XRP drops. Head of digital assets, BlackRock Robert Mitchnick makes a very interesting statement saying that their work goes all the way back to 2016. During that time, we worked at Ripple.
Here with Robbie Mitchnick, who is the head of digital assets over at BlackRock. Thanks so much for taking the time here with us today.
Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. I mean, first of its kind event that we're seeing here in New York for Bitcoin Investor Day. You got to tell us, for BlackRock and how you're approaching and looking at and exploring Bitcoin and cryptocurrency more broadly. I mean, how did the conversation really matriculate within the firm?
Yeah, well, this has been a multi-year journey for us, starting back really 2016 kind of time frame. And as this space and this asset class has evolved over multiple years, from an infrastructure perspective, from a regulatory perspective, from a client interest and focus perspective, you've seen our strategy kind of evolve with that to take us to the point where we are today.
And so when you think about education and how you go out to so many of your clients that are out there, what those discussions entail, I mean, what is the education that they already come forward with? And then where do you kind of take it one step further as well?
Yeah. Well, our clients are at kind of all stages of the journey, right? As you can imagine. So with some clients, you know, they're at a very advanced stage. They already hold Bitcoin, sometimes positions in multiple crypto assets, and they're looking for our perspectives on market dynamics and what we're seeing in terms of portfolio construction and other considerations. And others are much earlier in the journey. This is a new topic for them, and they want to understand kind of the fundamentals and the technology and how it works. And so we have those conversations across the spectrum.
What are you hearing from your clients right now with regards to interest in Bitcoin, interest in cryptocurrency more broadly, and whether they want to be crypto touching specifically, or whether they want to go into a more traditional asset like an ETF, perhaps?
Right. Well, what we're seeing is that investors are resoundingly choosing IBIT for Bitcoin access, right? That's a combination of investors who are new to Bitcoin and those who maybe held exposure in a different form historically. What our clients, I think, are most focused on is trying to understand risks, upside, downside, thoughts around portfolio construction, how to think about the risk in a larger, diversified portfolio context. So those are the kinds of discussions we're having a lot.
Just lastly, while we have you here,
We got one from El Crypto. Imagine being bearish here. Yes, there'll be time to be bearish, but it's not now. Bull market equals buy the dip season. Biggest wave since 2017 has just started. And with that being said, even if central banks adopt their own version of digital assets, you still need something in the middle. For settlement, enter the bridge, XRP.
Whether you're open to the possibility of...
Sure. I think I'm very open. You know, even if the Fed in the United States is using a coin, you still have a cross-border settlement dynamic where if you have central banks around the world using their own digital asset, I don't think it changes the need for a cross-border neutral
something
settlement.
In the middle, like an XRP.
An XRP has been extremely...
Know what you hold, know what's coming, and know why. They wanted you out. It's a quick update from the land down under. Gold Coast 2024 Waves of Innovation last day. It's currently around 6:30 a.m. here in Gold Coast, Sunday, March 24th. Last day of the conference. We got a performance tonight. We'll be back in town, back in the States around Tuesday, Wednesday. Having a blast out here if you couldn't make it out this year. Hopefully we get a nice XRP pop. You guys can make it down for XRP Gold Coast 2025 in the land down under. More videos to come, more footage. Catch you in the next one. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smash them likeys. Let a friend know that the greatest opportunity of multiple lifetimes is still at hand, but the train's left the station. Tick tock, where will those bags be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? Later, glitches. Hit another portal like we're sliding. Hit another wave, now we riding. All around the world, now we vibing. All of the fam crawl, walk, rocket, now we striving. All aboard the ship, stay rocking. Just let it go and keep it knocking. Leave them haters in the coffin. Got no time cause we steadily popping. Let them know that we out here. Let them know that we out here. Got some bags here, got some bags there. Got a whole lot of options. Had the whole crypto get, had it locked in. Got the wealth and the knowledge. And we always on the offense, can't block it. Plus we making moves while we copping. Staying fly in the cockpit. Moon party in the back, man, mosh pit.